and everything, bro. Israel, all of that, bro. Was Hitler right, bro? Like, come on, man. No, it's a little harsh. But listen, I'm gonna show y'all some clips that y'all not gonna see on YouTube that are only basically on social media. I got these clips myself, so we're gonna get right into it, man. And let's get it.
1897, Magnus Hirschfeld, a Jewish doctor, founded the first LGBTQ rights organization. He started the modern LGBTQ movement through science. In 1933, National Socialism came to power under Adolf Hitler. The new regime destroyed Hirschfeld's institute, burning thousands of research documents and ending his LGBTQ advocacy in Germany.
So don't y'all find that weird that the Jewish people, the Israel people, are trying to push this LGBT community, basically push all these atheist stuff towards us, and they and they want us to agree with them?
A live interview with this man, since he is now in custody and alive, and I do not see an uncut, unfiltered, one-on-one talk. I'm not gonna believe any type of narrative that either side tries to push to me. You're not gonna tell me the timing a little weird, son. Bro been rocking with them for so long, and then within 3 months, he stopped vibing and sliding, moving and grooving, and next thing you know, gone. He's currently bombing
He started to question them. Y'all seen it? I'm gonna show you. I got some of the videos here.
7 countries and carrying out a genocide, and lies to people face to face with the camera, saying the contents of the letter that Charlie Kirk sent him. Literally going through a transformation of trying to separate and get as far away as possible from you guys. I need an interview with George Zinn immediately, because why did you proclaim to be the shooter? And then your past is very, very interesting. Supposedly witnessed 9/11 firsthand, and then you sat down and talked with people and did an interview and said how much that crisis affected you. And then a couple years later, you get arrested for doing a bomb threat joke that you sent to the Salt Lake City Marathon right after the Boston bomb marathon happened. You miraculously show up at this Utah college
campus.
That's
wild.
Not to debate Charlie Kirk, but to say, I'm the shooter, shoot me, creating a perfect diversion for the actual shooter to get away and making national news as someone that is the prime first suspect. And once again, the FBI's evidence is now being called a lie. Discord looked into the servers and looked into the accounts and was like, yeah, there was no planning that we could possibly find of shooting Charlie Kirk. As soon as the fingers start getting pointed over there, Dad all of a sudden just calls up the cops and says, I'm driving my son and he's the shooter, he's the killer. It's like, my kid? He gonna turn out MLK, and I'm defending him and driving him to another state. Last 33 hours, all I was hoping and praying that it wasn't one of us. That they came from out of state or from out of the country.
I don't trust the FBI director. Look at him. Look at his face. Look at his face right there.
Now, you could say that's racially biased. You could say that's either left or right biased. Or you could just say that he just really didn't want nobody from Utah to be the shooter. That's up to you. This AI image, and see the flag in the background? They're trying to push this narrative that he was a loyalist, that he loved them, that everything that he did and was for was Israel. It's not. But his reaction has been the most interesting to me, because this was supposed to be your boy, a legendary martyr, as you call him. And as soon as they ask you about him, I'm doing great. Guess what? I'm building the ballroom right over there. Nah, I'm dead ass.
Over the last 3.5 days. I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks. They just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House.
Yeah, I'm holding up great. I know bro just died, but fuck all that, man. I'm about to have the best ballroom in the world. Insane. Charlie Kirk's wife came out.
Insane. Y'all seen the other lady? What's her name? Candace something? She's got a lot of good stuff she's talking about too, and she need to watch out, man. Somebody might, who knows, man. They got Kurt. They might get anybody else.
And made a very heartfelt speech, and I felt very bad for her and everything that she's going through. She said that turning point is going to keep going. But if you're going to do that, I just want you to know, don't let Ben Shapiro dumbass take that shit over, because it will be ruined as fast as you tried to keep it going. Change in tune of right-wingers as they find out he was just a straight white male that was most likely right-leaning. We went from I need the death penalty to if he could have just sat across from Charlie Kirk and we praying for him that we know he would never carry out this evil act.
Yeah, right.
Bitch, shut the fuck up. This dweeb wasted space. Rest now, brother. We're the watch. I'll see you in Valhalla.
Yeah.
He was Christian, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, he was Christian. I don't like the FBI, this little Patel motherfucker right here, because first of all, he's weird as fuck looking in the face. I don't believe shit he say. He was on the Joe Rogan podcast. Didn't believe shit he said on there about the Epstein files. And then he's gonna go say that bullshit when he knows the guy's a Christian. He's saying some That's like some Viking shit, like when you die in war and shit.
Listen,
So,
I'm
I
not
don't know if
saying
he's
he's a
trying to
good
like send
guy,
out.
but if you go back and listen to his speech in English, we have AI now. So they have this shit translated down to his voice and his tone of how he was speaking that day when he was saying the speech.
Today, I believe that I am acting in accordance with the will of Almighty God. In defending myself against the Jews, I am fighting for the Lord.
This is Hitler translated.
We fought on the wrong side of the war, basically, because of ignorance.
We will defend Christianity, and not just on paper. We will burn out the atheism in our culture. We will burn it out, this whole poison.
Jewish people got kicked out of 109 countries for doing what they're doing now.
The decomposition of our literature, the poisoning of our theater, of our movie theaters, all the art is now falling for it.
Hitler was burning all the transgender books, getting rid of all the gay and pedophilia out of his country.
Already the assault.
That's what he was trying to do, get out, because the Jewish people were pushing that propaganda stuff, the gay stuff and all that stuff, trying to lead people away.
Against the education of our children's brains.
The book burning, those were fucking pedophile books, transgender books.
Lord God, give us the strength to preserve freedom for our people, for our children, not only for us Germans, but also for the other peoples of Europe. It is a war for the whole of Europe, and thus really for the whole of humanity.
Listen, I'm not
Nah,
saying
let me
he's a
stop.
good guy, but if you go back and listen to
All over the world, all over the world, in Europe, in the Middle East, and further afield, all of my political lifetime. You assassinated almost half of the government of Yemen just 10 days ago. You don't get to say that it's anti-Semitic to suspect you might have had a hand in assassinating Charlie Kirk when you told us to marvel at your percipience and at your ingenuity, your engineering skills and your patience when you waited years to explode every pager in Lebanon, man, woman, and child. You
that's
scrubbed
wild.
or caused to be scrubbed from YouTube the entirety of the episode of Charlie Kirk when he openly states that you stood down.
Their president of Israel, whoever the fuck Netanyahu guy, in 1995, they suspected him of killing the president who was the president back then in 1995.
On October
I got a video on
7th,
that. You're gonna see
it
it.
was an inside job, that you were responsible for the events on October 7th. Where is it? Where is it, Mr. YouTube? Who told you to scrub that edition? That is circumstantial evidence that Israel wants to disguise the fact that Charlie Kirk, formerly a slavish supporter of all things Israel and a proponent of some mythical, unbreakable Judeo-Christian civilization, had begun to turn decisively against you. He had begun to call the Epstein affair for what it is.
He did. 2 weeks ago, he was 2 weeks ago before he was murdered. You can see on his go to Charlie Kirk's YouTube page. 2 weeks ago, when he was murdered, but 2 weeks before that, his murder, he was freaking going with the Israel people, like questioning stuff and just doing what he does, but actually questioning Israel, and here we are.
He said the Epstein affair is Mossad. Epstein is Mossad. He said, not me, that he was afraid that Israel might harm him. You, Israel, have been assassinating people all over the world.
Because
This
Jewish
is a video
government
right
has
here.
been the number one funding mechanism of radical, open border, neoliberal, quasi-Marxist policies, cultural institutions, and nonprofits. This is a beast created by secular Jews. And now it's coming for Jews, and they're like, what on earth happened? And it's not just the colleges. It's the nonprofits, it's the movies, it's Hollywood, it's all of it. It's like, time for you guys to wake up and say no more. Draw a line in the sand. I don't care if you hate me. And
Because what that guy Come on, the last video we seen what Hitler was doing, he was trying to get rid of all this propaganda and all this stuff they're putting in
All
movies.
free men, wherever they may live, are citizens of Berlin. And therefore, as a free man, I take pride in the words, Ich bin ein Berliner.
The last realist president we ever had and probably will have.
JFK wanted inspections on Israel's nuclear program. Israel refused. JFK pushed and pushed. And finally, JFK put his foot down and sent a letter to Ben-Gurion who said, if you do not give us inspections, we are done with Israel. The day that Israel received the letter, before Ben-Gurion could even open it, he abruptly resigned. 5 months later, JFK was assassinated. Several months after that, Israel got their bomb.
Forget Lyndon Johnson, forget the CIA,
Come on,
forget
man.
Fidel Castro. The Mossad killed Kennedy because they were so upset over what he did to Ben-Gurion.
This shit just makes you sick. It's wild.
I'm opposed to our wasting our military in the Middle East on behalf of Zionist Israel.
It's us now.
Thank you.
All right, well, let me just tell you that Israel is a very, very important ally.
Hear me out, because this shit's getting fishy. We're told this man stuffed a scoped Mauser 98 bolt-action rifle into his pants and hobbled away to a school. And yet on camera, he's walking perfectly fine. His clothes are fitted enough that you can make out his phone outline in his right pocket, but somehow not a disassembled rifle in his pant legs. But here's the problem with that, because when law enforcement and authorities say that he broke the rifle down or disassembled it, a lot of people don't seem to understand what that would entail with a firearm of this kind. Removing the bolt's easy. You just lift the bolt handle, pull it all the way back, press the bolt stop, and then the bolt just kind of slides right out, and that leaves you with like a 7-8-inch steel bolt firing pin assembly. But then you still have a 40 to 49-inch barreled locked action into a stock. To break those down, you need what's called a barrel vise and an action wrench, which look like this, and need to be mounted into a sturdy frame before they can even be used. Then, apparently, he climbs onto the roof, calmly reassembles this antique scoped bolt-action rifle, fires one perfectly placed shot, and within maybe 3 seconds, he's already in a full sprint before the crowd is even hardly reacting to the pop. And here's where it goes from a little unbelievable to absurd. We're supposed to think that he breaks it down again, shoves the smoking hot barrel back into his back because, let's be real, no one's going to strap that against their nuts, and then immediately takes off, running at a full tilt, a feat that would be physically impossible with a broken down rifle clanking against your scrotum. Next, he unslings this bag.
That's hot.
He tosses it, he jumps down, scoops it back up, and keeps running. But even broken down, that rifle wouldn't fit in a standard day pack like the one he's wearing. But wait, there's more. He allegedly sprints into the woods, reassembles it again, just to ditch it neatly wrapped up with some anti-trans rhetoric. And then we're told he confesses to his Mormon youth pastor, a man representing the very institution he supposedly just radicalized himself against, and they agree he'll turn himself in, only for him to immediately refuse to cooperate once he's in custody. So I don't know. Maybe cut the crap and tell us about the Epstein files.
Y'all wake y'all ass up. Like the video, subscribe, man. I'll see y'all in the next one.